Yo, what's going on? So it's Dion back with another video. I wanted to take a little bit of time just to test my new camera. I just got a new camera, so pretty excited about that. But I really wanted to get back on here and talk a little bit about just update how I've been trading and some of the things that are working really well for me, some things that I'm learning, and some things that I'm looking to adjust. So, um, so I'll be quick and brief about it. So I am funded. I've been funded for a couple weeks now. My trading has been really, really solid. I would say I'm doing a lot of things really well. One of the biggest things that's been helping me out is just trading a lot smaller. The biggest takeaway, and I think the thing that I want to kind of put out in the universe for myself and put out for other traders who are kind of in this up and down phase where you've been, wrestling to get funded for years. For me, honestly, we're talking like 56 blown challenges before even passing one eval, which was like last summer. So I've been funded at least 5 times now. I haven't gotten paid out just yet. I mean, I've been close. Even this week, I've gotten to a point where I built up my account by taking really, really small base hits and just trying to detach as much as I can from the overall look, like just staring and being obsessed with the P&L. But the thing that's really been helping out is the biggest thing that's been helping out with me and my trading is just really focusing on just staying small. And by staying small, what it's done for me is it helps me to avoid emotional tilt. That's the thing that kind of sends me on like a rampage. Is like when I take big size. Like I even took some notes earlier this week when I was journaling. When I take bigger size, what it does is it sends me into like this emotional state where it's really hard to manage every little tick, every adjustment in the market. Like I'm on edge, and like I've had like trades this week where, because I've taken too large a size, a few things has happened. I've taken too much or too large a size, and by taking too large a size, I've been stopped out sooner versus if I had a smaller position size. The range that the trade was kind of working in, I would have been fine. I would have probably because when I look at the chart, I kind of look and figure out where's a good entry and exit, and my levels that I looked at, I feel like I wouldn't hit take profit, or I wouldn't hit stop loss, because it's within a zone that made sense. So by taking too big a size, it took me out of that position where I got stopped out before allowing the trade to get into an area that I felt like it would have gone. So that's one thing that wasn't really clear, but who cares? It makes sense to me. The other part is, by taking smaller size, the losses don't bother me as much. A $30 or $40 paper cut, or even a $20 loss, it's not a big deal. It doesn't send me on any kind of emotional roller coaster. If I make money, it's only $40-$50, and that's not really anything to get excited about. So that kind of helps me to detach a bit by just staying smaller. For me, it's really, really, really hard to be patient and to really stick to the long-term process of like trading profitably and trading, just trading small and consistent. And the whole profitable trading, it's really boring. And so like for a long time, I've definitely been I won't say addicted to, chasing dopamine and going for these big hits, but a lot of times, it feels that way where I want to just take a big hit and have a big win. And I do that at the cost of just like screwing my rules. Like, I don't really care. I know what my rules are. I know I should only trade once a day, but the first win wasn't good enough. So I'm taking this massive, large position. And, if I would have just stayed small, I definitely would have, made money and moved on. Another thing that I noticed, which I don't know that I was aware of before this week, is that when I have big wins, it triggers a bit of greed where I want to take additional trades, or make money faster, where in the past I never really was aware of that. I know a lot of traders online, they talk about taking losses, and how taking losses, if they're too big, it can kind of trigger this revenge trade desire, to where you just want to like get the loss back because it was too big for you, or it was uncomfortable for you. But I realized that even like the big wins was doing that same thing for me, where I had a couple larger trades this week, and rather than just like walking away with like $200 or $300, I'm like, that felt good, let me get a little more out of it. And I'm like, I gotta watch that. So I've heard different traders talk about having a max loss, and then some traders, not a lot of traders, they talk about having a max gain. Like, okay, this is not the most I want to win today, but this number is good enough. And before, it kind of sounded crazy to me, like a max, or a max win on the day. Like, I mean, what is that really? You know what I mean? Like, we're here to make money. I want to trade and make as much money as I can. But realizing this week that when I win too much in a day, too fast, maybe, I don't know if it's too fast or just winning too much in a day, kind of sends me on a bit of like a greedy thing, where like once I get a taste of it, I want to like continue to trade, versus just like shutting it down, being more systematic, taking my daily win, and just focus on stacking slowly over time. That was kind of my game plan with this funded account, is just to stay really, really small, really only trade, large cap stocks, nothing really like small penny stocks that are super volatile, because those kind of screwed me in the past. A lot of the large cap, I won't say they move slower, but they're a bit more predictable as far as the direction, and they're easier to trade, especially if you have enough size. And right now I'm on one eval of 25K, and then I have a 25K funded account. And my goal this year was to get 300,000 in capital, and I'm trading with Trade the Pool. So I'm funded with them. I got funded with Vanquish, which is another stock trading prop firm, but they actually just remove stocks, and they only have like stock options that you can trade, and futures and CFDs. But I'm thinking that $300,000 goal, I think I can hit that. So I may consider looking at additional prop firms that have I forget which one it was, but in the Discord, in the Trade the Pool Discord, somebody mentioned another prop firm that they have stocks as an option. There's so many different futures and forex prop firms, but not a lot of stock options to trade stocks. And so but I digress. I'm just kind of rambling a bit, but in terms of like my funding goal of 300,000, I think I can hit that this year, especially if I am sticking to my rules and staying disciplined. I don't always post or have like a lot of screenshots and stuff to put on the videos, but my trading is improved like dramatically, and I trust myself a lot more to kind of stay disciplined, and the rules that I put in place for the most part has really helped me out a lot. The biggest one being really locking myself out of the platform. I trade between 940 and 1105, and honestly, I need to look at my stats because I feel like I could even cut that down maybe a half an hour to stop trading, maybe around 10:30. So trade from 9:40 to 10:30 in that window, because typically my green days, I feel like it's when I take one trade and then shut it down. Um, I was doing really good this week of taking, like, base hits, $50, $100, even $30 days, and just getting off the platform. And I had built up maybe 3% in my account, a little over 3. And then I got a bit greedy, and I took larger size and deviated and broke my plan. And I gave back basically all the 3%. So, basically I'm at break even, which is fine. I still have my account. I'm not in drawdown. I have a little bit of profit, which is good. I had a green day on Friday, but I think I'm going to go back and make sure that I'm just don't get outside of my plan, because I know what that has gotten me. It's gotten me like 2 years of like failed and blown challenges and tons of resets, and it's not really a good game plan. So yeah, I think that's all I got for now. And yeah, thanks for watching.